Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Today we are talking about artificial intelligence in marketing and retailing. Let's introduce the topic. The rapid evolution of artificial intelligence, or also called AI-based applications, has recently fostered the growing interest of marketing and the retail community. In the future, AI appears likely to influence marketing strategies, including business models, sales processes, and customer service options, as well as customer behaviors. As such, many retailers are excited about AI, which offers the promise to increase in-store sales, to increase online sales, and increase potential cross and upselling possibilities, but also to improve supply chain efficiency and to improve in-store operations and make payments more efficient. The influence of AI on retailing is projected to be huge for various reasons. First, retailing involves contact with heterogeneous and numerous customers, leading to the availability of customer transaction and attribution data. Second, these first-party data can be augmented with second-party data from external sources, for example, rebate data from CPG firms, partnering with the retailer, or data from social media or data brokers such as Axicom. When AI is used to analyze such data, it can deliver real-time and personalized recommendations for customers, which can drive value for retailers. While some retailers began already to start to use AI applications, many others are still reluctant and have not begun their AI journey. A recent Capgemini study found that over 70% of retailers plan to use AI, and only around 40% of retailers had some concrete roadmap for AI deployment. These impending transformations might be best understood by using 3 illustrative cases from diverse industries. First, in the transportation and housing industries, smart cities, smart homes, and driverless AI-enabled cars may be just around the corner, promising to alter the business models and customer behavior. Home security, health monitoring, and environmental services, taxi and ride-sharing business must evolve to avoid being marginalized by AI-enabled transportation and housing models. Demand for house and automobile insurance from individual customers will likely diminish. Whereas demand for security systems that protect homes and cars from being hacked will increase. Driverless vehicles could also impact the attractiveness of real estate because first, driverless cars can move at faster speeds and so commute times which will reduce. And second, cars can commute times which will be more productive for passengers who can safely work while being driven to the destination. Second, AI will affect different phases of the marketing processes, such as analysis, segmentation, positioning. AI can gain significant insights from vast volumes of customer and transaction data, involving not just numeric, but also text, voice, image, facial expression data. Using AI-enabled analytics, firms can get and predict what a customer is likely to buy, anticipate credit fraud before it happens, or deploy targeted digital marketing advertising in real time. For example, stylists working at Stitch Fix, a clothing and styling service, use AI to identify which clothing styles will best suit to different customers. The underlying AI integrates data provided by customers, expressed preferences, the Pinterest boards, handwritten notes, similar customer preferences, and general style trends. AI applications will thus improve the customer experience by doing perfect product and service personalization by collecting, analyzing, and interpreting big data coming from transactional retailer databases, social media, IoT, sensors, picture, and video data. Hyper-personalized offers will increase customer satisfaction, loyalty, and engagement. Augmented reality and virtual reality will improve, combined with AI, significantly customer experiences. Third, the business model currently used by online retailers generally requires customers to place orders, after which the online retailer ships the products, which is the shopping model. But with AI, online retailers may be able to predict what customers will want, assuming that these predictions achieve high accuracy, and retailers might transition to a shipping then shopping business model. This means that retailers will use AI to identify customers' preferences, for example, with click history, and ship items to customers automatically without a formal order, with customers having the option to return the merchandise if they are not satisfied. This shift would transform retailers' marketing strategies, business models, and customer behaviors from a transactional model to an informational research model. Business like Birchbox, Stitch Fix, and Trendy Butler already use AI to try to predict what the customers want with varying levels of success. The three use cases above illustrate why so many academics and managers anticipate that AI will change the face of marketing strategies and customer behaviors. Fourth, AI will affect sales process. Most salespeople still rely on a telephone call or equivalent as a critical part of the sales process. In the future, salespeople will be assisted by an AI agent, for example, a chat, a voice bot, or a service robot that monitors teleconversations in real time. For example, using advanced voice analysis capabilities, an AI agent might be able to infer from a customer tone that an unmentioned issue remains a problem and provide real-time feedback to guide the human salesperson's next approach. In this sense, AI could augment salesperson's capabilities, but it also might trigger unintended negative consequences, especially if customers feel uncomfortable about AI monitoring conversations. Also, in the future, firms may primarily use AI bots, which in some cases function as well as human salespeople, to make initial contacts with the sales process. These employee augmentations through AI applications, such as, for example, service robots, chat or voice bots, will optimize the sales process and will augment the human employee's capabilities. For example, Stitch Fix uses AI to augment its stylist efforts to make appropriate choices for clients. But danger remains that if customers discover that they are interacting with the bot, that the man may become uncomfortable, triggering negative consequences. What is AI? We are now giving a short definition about AI in marketing. AI refers to programs, algorithms, systems, and machines that demonstrate intelligence, which is manifested by machines that exhibit aspects of human intelligence and involves machine mimicking intelligent human behaviors. AI relies on several key technologies such as machine learning, natural language processing, rule-based expert systems, neural networks, deep learning, physical robots, and robot process automation. By employing these tools, AI provides a means to interpret external data correctly, learn from such data, and exhibit flexible adaptation. In this regard, 4 different types of AI exist: mechanical, analytical, intuitive, and empathetic AI. The first, mechanical intelligence, is at the most basic level and concerns the ability to automatically perform repetitive tasks that do not require advanced training. In this case, a chatbot, for example, is rule-based and it does not understand the external environment. Second, analytical intelligence, or AI, refers to the ability to process information, to problem solving, and learn from it. Machine learning and data analytics techniques allow the technology to learn from data and to find insights without being programmed, allowing mass personalization based on big data. Mechanical and analytical intelligence are still considered as weak AI because they simulate intelligence but do not have intuition. At the highest level of complexity, there are intuitive intelligences, which refers to the ability of the AI to think creatively and adjust effectively to novel situations. And there's also empathetic intelligence, which is the ability to recognize and understand other people's emotions, to affect them, and to respond appropriately. These two intelligences represent the most advanced generation of AI, but they are still far from reality. AI can be distinguished from humans in that human employees have their own capabilities, perception, and weaknesses, showing the heterogeneity across individuals. Human employees need to have a deep understanding of the customers and service process to deliver heterogeneous, individualized services, and to achieve this, learning is needed. Furthermore, connecting employees to customer relationship management systems, or CRM systems, requires time and effort. Service employees represent high cost through training, but then can be source of high competitive advantages. Differentiation in service can be based on better hiring, selection, training, motivation, and organization of service employees. In contrast, AI acquires knowledge quickly and system-wide through CRM systems, as well as AI to determine optimal solutions. Furthermore, AI is free from human error and fatigue, do not show heterogeneity, and behave identically, providing homogeneous services in a highly reliable manner. Furthermore, they do not feel and express real emotions. In fact, the majority of AI systems are designed at the mechanical and analytical level. On the other hand, they offer the advantages of being cost and time effective, always being available, and extremely consistent. But on the other hand, they may fail to satisfy customers and have a low potential of competitive advantage. In fact, their pre-programmed scripts may pose a risk of not properly responding to the user's requests, leading to high customer frustration and dissatisfaction, and subsequently unloyalty. For this reason, it is important to consider the level of efficiency and competences a chatbot to meet customers' expectations. Information provision, processing, bookings, and payments are considered the most appropriate areas of service robots and chatbots. In summary, considering the growing and rapidly increasing interest in the marketing community in the last recent years, there is an urgent need to comprehend how the marketing and retail field related to AI is evolving. In this context, our research explores the following research questions. How does the literature synthesize AI in marketing and retail? Second, what are the leading research streams and applications in marketing and the retail field? Third, what are the future research directions? To answer these questions, we conducted an extended literature review over the last 20 years. After we collect and select 167 peer-reviewed papers published in the marketing and retail field concerning artificial intelligence in marketing, retail and consumer behaviors, we conduct a bibliometric review to analyze the extensive amount of peer-reviewed papers by using statistical tools such as R and VOS, visualization for similarities. In this phase, we firstly describe the evolution of the field in terms of journal publications in the marketing retail field. Secondly, we identify and cluster research topics of particular AI applications in marketing and retailing. This in-depth review of the research papers helps us to identify research gaps to define future avenues of research. Thus, we finally a future research agenda at the crossroad between marketing, retail, and AI.